All right, we got some crimes. We'll do a quick round this week. We're not going too far down the rabbit hole, but
why not?
Black crime or white crime? We got 5.
I love
stories.
the transition, by the way. We go from the good-hearted children to criminals. I love
just criminals, just straight crime. Yeah, we're good like that.
Bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
You know what threw me about that?
Skinner.
Didn't they take Cops off the air?
They just
I think somebody brought it back. I think on streaming or something. But yeah, for the longest time, Cops was off the air. I don't know. I liked that show just because it's so stupid.
Here's the thing: it's funny because those criminals got to be some dumbasses because you have to give consent for them to show your face. And 9 times out of 10, they show their face. I'm like, what are you doing?
By the way, while you're going to jail, just sign this real quick. I'm like, okay. Am I going to be on TV? Yes, you are. Yes, you sure are. All right. Story number 1. Police in Delaware say a man who robbed a Wilmington bank didn't keep the cash for long. After fleeing the Wells Fargo branch, he paused outside to deposit the stolen cash into his ATM account at the machine out front. Officers responding to the scene ran the account, found him in a nearby shopping center, and took him into custody without incident. So did the man that robbed the bank and then deposited the money into his account at the ATM outside, black guy or white guy?
First of all, that sounds like some dude on meth. And he's like, fuck it, I'm on meth. I'm going to do this shit. So I'm gonna go with white guy.
I don't know how you extrapolated meth out of that story, but rock and roll.
I don't know.
Harper, black. That sounds like something a meth head would do. Okay.
You said he then deposited the money into his bank account.
Yes.
Ah, man.
Dude, it's Delaware. Ain't no black folks in Delaware.
There are.
It's a few.
I grew up in New Jersey. There's at least a couple. I mean,
it's a few.
I'm over from the New York area.
And even though it ain't a lot of us up there, I'm gonna lean black guy.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna be honest. The name here is gonna give it away. 44-year-old Mick Roberts Williams.
Oh no, he white.
That's a white guy. That's a 44-year-old white guy right there. Yeah, sorry.
He is the Miracle Whip of white.
Mick Roberts is his first name.
His name
Roberts
can't be Mick Roberts. Hell no.
His name is Mick Roberts Williams.
That man got a last name for a first name.
I know. Ridiculous.
McLovin.
Oh, man, my name was almost Mick Roberts. They just went with Robert, though. All right, story number 2. 1-0 Robert Horry. A real woman tried to hire a hitman on a fake website called rentahitman.com. She filled out a form asking to help kill her ex-husband. Unfortunately, the site's not owned by a hitman. It's owned by a computer professional who sends the requests that come in over to the cops. Well, they set her up. She gave a detective her ex's address, told them when and where he works, and put down a $200 down payment on a $5,000 tab for murder. She's been arrested and could serve up to 9 years in prison. So did the woman that went to rentahitman.com. So discreet. Black lady or white lady?
That's a black lady.
Hey,
so sure too. I mean, just so sure.
Hey, I watched Snap, and I think if it was a black lady, she'd have said, "Come on over for some dinner," and said he struck me and stabbed her himself. So I'm gonna go with a white woman on this one.
You think there's more at play here? Okay.
Yeah, it's a white woman.
Once again, the name's gonna give this one away. 52-year-old Wendy Lynn Wine.
Oh, come on.
Oh, yeah, she a white lady. Yeah, she's a white lady. Very, very good job, Robert Horry.
Hey, you got to do some detective work here. You know,
right.
Black girl going to have her own business, man.
First 2, I've been off my game. All right.
B-Dog, let me give you a throwback. Listen to the clues, John.
Yeah. Says right, the person that had the answers.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Story number 3. Here we go. Police in Great Britain said they received, quote, a suspicious call related to a burglary that actually came from the unsuspecting burglars themselves. The police say 2 men were arrested after they butt dialed 999, which is the emergency number in the UK. And the police just listened in as they tried to rob this bank. So did the two guys that accidentally butt dialed in on their own crime, black guys or white guys?
I want to say they're black, but and then this is Britain.
Oh no! Idris Elba. There are black people
There's some
in
black
Great
folks.
Britain.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm going with Caucasian again.
You want to say white?
People.
Okay.
That's some white people shit right there.
I'm
Because
trying.
black folks know not to take their phone to the crime scene now because they know they can track.
Oh, do
that
they?
shit.
We've had stories in this game where they try to fake a lottery ticket and hand it to the guy. Come on.
I'm
think,
gonna try to. I'm gonna try to. It can't. I have a hard time thinking it's gonna be 3 white folks in a row. It's just to add a speck of pepper in the midst of all the salt. Let me say, I'm gonna say black guy.
First of all, it's Black History Month. If he gonna put some black folks doing crime, he's wrong for that shit. But every person should be fucking white.
Hey, he probably gave it away. He probably gave his
Why
whole
are
game
you
away.
ruining this week's game?
Hey, you know what? He probably has just given away the secret of this whole game.
All right, I'm going to stop both of you, and I'm going to let you know those were black guys. Those were black
boom.
guys. So Harper's
I'm on
going
the
to get
board.
that point. He's going to get that point.
Now, you ain't
All right.
gonna have 3 white crimes in a row.
Hey, see, I was going with the fact that it's Black History Month. He
I
ain't
know where you were going. I figured as much. All right, story number 4.
Typical white guy.
Oh, but you see, always trying to figure things out,
that
act
is
all
funny.
shifty. A woman who wanted to spend more time with her boyfriend came up with an incredibly stupid plan to get him off of work. She called in 2 bomb threats. She's been charged with a felony count of terrorizing. You can believe that or not, but yeah, she called this guy's work, called in a couple of bomb threats to get him out of work. So she could spend more time together. Is this a black woman or a white woman?
White.
Hey, first of all, the black woman's going, you got to stay there overtime because we did that cash flow. So
We need money.
I'm going to go with a white lady.
You going to work.
Like, because that's privilege right there. Oh, they ain't going to fire you, baby. Come on home. That's some white folk shit right there.
That's white.
Yeah, you're both right. That's some white people. That's some white people shit.
A bomb threat? Really?
Yeah. So we know a
Hey.
guy.
First of all, black woman just go in there and tell them there's something wrong with your baby. You got to come home right away.
So what is your go-to? Well, you don't have. Did you have to ever drum up an excuse to get out of work? You never did. You never had a real job.
What
Robert
you trying
Horry?
to say, dog?
I mean, like the NBA. It's you're going to work to play basketball. That doesn't. It's work, but it's not like you had to call in sick or something.
You know what? I've never had an excuse because it's like you said, I've never really had a 9 to 5. I'm gonna put it like that.
Yeah.
But I was a workhorse, so I never really missed work. I did miss work one time. I woke up with for some reason I couldn't move my neck, and that's the only time I ever missed like a practice for not being hurt. I couldn't even get out of bed. My neck was so hurt so bad.
B-Dog, you ever have to drum up a bad excuse to call out of work here?
No.
Except for I'm just going to do the podcast from my house. And I don't give a shit about you. Oh, okay.
I don't like the guy I room with, so I'm gonna stay away.
Thank you.
No, that's not it.
Very much.
No, I ain't
Appreciate
never.
that.
I usually look. I usually just straight up.
I'm not coming to work today.
I ain't
Why?
gonna
I
do
don't feel like it.
I know what this excuse is. I got car trouble.
Car trouble?
That's
Shannon
his
always.
go-to one right
Shannon
there.
just says, just tell him you got stomach problems. No one wants to talk about poop. It's like, all right, good point.
But the funny thing
My
about it
stomach's
is
bothering me. I'm gonna stay home.
the car. I wish it was just an excuse. It'd be real life.
Oh
It'd be
yeah, no,
real
you
money
always
coming
got
out of
damn
my
car trouble.
account.
That's
So basically, what you saying is
that's
you
a
tell
black
your
crime.
boss-
You always got car trouble.
So basically, Rob, you say you tell your boss, "Oh, I got the Hershey squirts. I ain't coming in."
Yep, that is my wife's go-to. She goes, just tell him you got the poops, and no one's gonna question it. I'm like, all right, I got the runs. All right, stay home. All right,
Well, diarrhea is a symptom of COVID.
there it is. Close enough. All right, last story here. A white woman. I'm sorry, not a white woman. A woman who arrived late for her JetBlue flight in Fort Lauderdale. I was reading the previous story. Arrived late for her JetBlue flight at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport. and was told she was too late to board, but they'd already checked her luggage. They were going to have to get her on a later plane. So what did she do? She said, well, the luggage you checked has a bomb in it, to try and stop the plane from taking off. And well, yeah, you can't do that at the airport. She was arrested and ready. She's got counts of false reporting concerning planting a bomb, explosive, or weapon of mass destruction, which carries a maximum sentence of up to 15 years.
I got a hard time thinking that's a black woman.
So did the woman who screamed bomb in my bag, white lady or black lady?
First of all, if it was a black lady, they weren't going to let her check that bag because she was already late. So she wasn't going to get her back on the plane. So it had to be a white lady because I'm going to go with that. That's 2 bombs.
So this is
far.
A white privilege story is what you're saying. Okay.
Yes,
Got
it
it. Yes,
is.
okay, got it.
But I think white lady too, because look, if it was a black woman, the last thing she would possibly do and say is have a bomb. She don't sit there and argue and fight with you at the least, and holler and scream and make a scene.
You
but
better
she ain't
go back there and get my motherfucking bag before we have a motherfucking problem.
Right. It's going to be more of that than it is, oh, I got a bomb. So I say white lady.
Okay.
And, the funny part, hold in, it's JetBlue. And it's going from Fort Lauderdale. So yeah, that's a white lady.
Hold on now. That's
JetBlue's pretty damn cheap. It's not necessarily a high class.
Hey, what you trying to say, man?
I'm just saying it's a cheaper airline. I'm not saying it's like some snooty high class airline. I mean, I'm just saying.
It's a step above Spirit.
Barely. Yeah, that's a Marina Verbitsky. That's a white one. That's a white one.
Yeah.
Usually when it's bomb, it's a white lady.
I know.
Seems it, right?
So what is it? Is it 4-3?
That was our last question. So yeah, it's gonna be a 4-3 win for Robert Horry. Yeah, there you go. Very good. Black crime or white crime, and 4 of the 5 were white folks this time in honor of Black History Month. I don't know. Apparently, no. All right. Well, there you go. That's the game.